Doma Sports Talk, worldwide, with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now up to the heavyweights and up to that circus we've been talking about. We're talking about undefeated heavyweight champ Anthony Joshua versus undefeated heavyweight champ Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, right? We know the scenario. I know I've explained it for people who come in. Ain't that many subscribers here, so maybe they're just coming for the first time. Listen, we've been trying to get these guys to fight lately more than before. I mean, Deontay Wilder's been trying to get this fight about for 2 years, but okay, we're talking lately. And Anthony Joshua's side offered Deontay Wilder $12.5 million, a flat fee, saying that they don't know how much the fight was going to earn, so take this flat fee. Deontay Wilder's team responded about a week later with a $50 million offer. And so there we are right now of not taking the $50 million offer. Now, let's go back a little bit to the $12.5 million. The $12.5 million, like I said, was a flat fee, right? You're not going to earn anything else. Now, I can remember Anthony Joshua himself saying Deontay Wilder should take that with two hands. That was probably even his quote. Should take it with two hands. The best offer he's ever had. To take that offer and appreciate it, right? So, and then he said, probably in the same interview, I'm not sure if it's a different interview, but he did say, if the fight's going to make $100 million, then somebody give me $50 million, and I'll take the fight right away, right? So that's what Deontay Wilder's team exactly did, is to offer him $50 million, right? So first it was, well, that's probably a fake offer. Right, disrespecting the people behind the scenes. We told you these are Al Heyman, probably one of the strongest guys in boxing, and Shelly Finkel, also one of the strongest guys, has been around for ages. Klitschko's promoter as well. So these are the guys behind the $50 million, among others. But first, it was not real. That's what they were saying. Then it was proven that it was real. So now we're here to this circus that I've said from the beginning, because I already know what time it is. Joshua does not want to fight. Eddie Hearn does not want it, and a whole lot of people, Joshua fans, don't want the fight. Right? Simple, because of what could possibly happen. Right? That's why this is not happening. Now the newest news is, which I didn't want to even report, but now I got two of them. Barry Hearn, the father of Eddie Hearn, is advising him to hold off on the fight. Have a fight or two before, hold off on the fight until maybe next year. Right? Similar to Barry Hearn's son, Eddie Hearn, who said, hey, I think we can get another fight before the Wilder fight. We've heard all these quotes. It's not some dude on YouTube telling you. This is what's been going on, right? So now Barry Hearn is telling them not to do it. Now, a day or two ago, Joshua was like, well, I'm not going to sign away my life or sell my soul for a fight with Deontay Wilder for $50 million. Now, you were just telling him to do that for $12.5 million. Now for $50 million, you're selling your soul. Is that what you're saying? Now they're worried about where the fight is. For $50 million, your only question is, are we going to have this on planet Earth? Because planet Earth, I like the gravity here. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be intergalactic travel. I'm not down with that right now. I weigh 54 pounds right here on planet Earth. I don't know what I'm going to weigh on Mars. And we can't fight on the surface. We got to go in the middle of Mars. So I ain't having that. If it's on Earth, $50 million is good no matter what, right? Anthony Joshua's fought only in England. England, you put about two of England's in Texas, for crying out loud. He hadn't been on the outside of that. So we're worried now about where the fight is going to be after $50 million, right? Now that it's there, and now we should wait a little bit. Let me tell you something about both of these guys. They're not so elite that this fight is guaranteed to still be this relevant next year, right? Unless you call me up to fight, a couple of my boys or something, that's 5'3", 130 pounds. If you're fighting heavyweights, there is no guarantees for next year. These guys are not that elite. They're going to both get clipped. We've seen them both hurt. You guys think Wilder has no skills at all and still hasn't fought anybody. Joshua stumbles when he wakes up in the morning. These guys next year is not guaranteed for either one of these guys. So you're going to try to wait? And we guaranteeing somebody $50 million, which means there's at least about $80 million in the pot. If you're getting $50 million, right? And it's more than that. I've told you before, in America, that fight is going to do a minimum of 1 million pay-per-views at $60, which is 60 million right there. And combine England with whatever as big as Josh was supposed to be, I'm good. You're good for 40 million. It's going to make 100 million, and we all know it. What the problem here is not the fact. It's the fact that they're afraid of how Anthony Joshua is going to lose, right? They don't think it's going to be some kind of points, a close fight, and a points decision. They think he's going to get devastatingly knocked out. When you do that, our product is damaged. That's all this is. Now, 50 million should be, we don't really care about that. But no, we do. And you fans, and I don't even know if that's the right word for you guys anymore, right? Don't be coming in here. I have people wrote me, and I ain't going to shout out, because I don't shout out. Remember, we don't do that. But you should. I should say your names. A couple of you guys that come in here, and you're way pro Anthony Joshua, to the point of you remember you said the deal wasn't going to be right. Watch. It's not going to be right, right? It's going to be a fake. It's going to be a hoax. Where you at now? Show up and say, oh, I was wrong about that. Let's get it on. But what you're going to do, you're going to jump on the bandwagon for another reason for us not to have the fight. Now, I did a video months ago. I don't even know how long. I'm telling you, man, it's about to be Domadamas right up in here. Because what has happened, I've told you, the fans for Anthony Joshua and Gennady Golovkin are very similar. They want to just say, he's the best with no challenges. It doesn't work like that. To be the best, you want to challenge yourself against the other guys that are running around here that are the best. We can't just disrespect them. Now, let me tell you why this is relevant also. It's Deontay Wilder right now. 50 million. When you don't take 50 million, you're scared. You're scared, your team is scared, and your fans are scared. There's no way to talk around it anymore, and I'm not going to be diplomatic about it anymore. It's ridiculous. Scared is what it is right now. But I'm telling you now, you could replace the name Deontay Wilder with Louis the Real King Kong Ortiz, and it would be similar. Only difference would be, what is he bringing to the table? You would have said that with Deontay Wilder, but he brings a WBC belt and 50 million. So that's not relevant anymore. But you could say that about Louis the Real King Kong Ortiz. That's what you would say. Because let's be honest, guys. Louis the Real King Kong Ortiz was the mandatory for the WBA, right? And all of a sudden, he's mysteriously not there, and we're replacing him with Povetkin. Why do you think that is? I'm telling you, there was a meeting. WBA is suspect, in my opinion. He should be there right now, fighting Wilder instead of Povetkin or Pulev or anybody else. But because he's dangerous, he's not in there. Luckily, they made him order him to fight Dillian White, who's about to try to sue to get out of the fight. Right? Nobody wants to take care of Ortiz either. These dangerous guys, this is how they get treated. And the fans, they allow it and act like all of a sudden there's, in the team. Your job, like we said before, is to simply want a fight. Right? Anthony Joshua going to need to get pressure from his so-called fans. If not, you guys are going to allow him to not take this fight now, not later, while it's still relevant. Doma Sports Talk, worldwide, and I'm out of here, y'all.